those on the spiritual path, the experience of daily life can be confusing. When deep in your sadhana, you feel the unitary wholeness, you feel the presence of divine being. But then you come to daily life, and either you are busy with so many things, you are excited about something that's going to happen, or maybe you feel worried and anxious about a situation in your life, or you may feel lonely, or you may feel sad. You might be angry at someone because of what they've said to you or done to you, or hurt, or perhaps there's been a great loss in your life and you are feeling grief. And then you begin to wonder, how do these different states of mind and emotional states relate to the experience of divinity? And for some, a dichotomy sets up between sadhana and the seeking, the intention to experience divine presence and the experience of that divine presence and daily life and all of the ups and downs and things that are done in daily life and these different emotional states. You listen to the news and you feel overwhelmed and depressed by the state of affairs in the world. A loved one is struggling or has passed away, and you feel great grief. It consumes your mind. Your friends are far away and you are too alone, and you feel loneliness or an emptiness in your life, or you feel alone and unheard, or perhaps unwanted. Even unwanted comes. All these different experiences are part of the expression of divinity. In none of these experiences are you separated from the one, unless you separate your own self and feel separate. All that is manifest in this universe, your very existence, as well as your emotional states and your mental states, are all held within the mind of the infinite. This whole creation, all of it, from the stars in the heavens to your feelings, is a manifestation within the play of consciousness, within the play of divine being. So this is going on all within the cosmic preview. All is the various colors and flavors of manifestation. And in this realm, there is pain and there is joy. There is night and there is day. There is that which leads towards Dharma and that which leads away. So you are continually presented with choices. Where does the path lie to deeper realization, to deeper understanding, to deeper relationship to the infinite? If you try to push away these unwanted feelings, whether it be anger or sorrow, grief, loneliness, unhappiness of some type, or attachment and involvement, whatever the issue, as much as you try to push it away, it comes closer to you, isn't it? So rather, you accept all of this. Accept it. But take the ideation, the Guru Mantra, the ideation. Everything is the form of the infinite. Everything is the form of Brahma. Nothing is outside of that. Then, even in your day-to-day life, even in your difficult feelings, you are not separate from that most sacred entity, that divine consciousness. You are one with it, because you accept all of its forms and you transmute that experience into the presence of divinity in the experience. So that is the way of Tantra. The path of Tantra is the path of transmutation. It is about transmuting the crude into the subtle, the ordinary into the profound and sublime. It is the transmutation, the alchemical change of the ordinary substance into the sublime. So Tantra is an alchemical process that transmutes the crude into the subtle. And how is this done? It is done by right understanding. When the mind becomes established in right understanding that the infinite Brahma is in every atom of existence, every particle, every form is but a play in the mind of the great. Both the dark and the light play out. It doesn't mean you become a passive observer, that when you see a dharma, you just ignore it. No. You fight for dharma, but that fight is a transmutation in the physical, mental, and spiritual realms into the subtle. So when your heart is heavy, when you feel alone or sorrowful, when you are experiencing grief, loss, or harm and anger, in all of these, you are with the sublime. So rather than pushing it away as something that is not part of God, you face it, you accept it, you bring it in, and you recognize through right understanding the true nature of all that is. And by understanding the true nature and by growing in love, when love grows in magnitude, so that there is nothing that is outside of your love, for all is the form of the great, then you transmute this difficult feelings, difficult emotions. You accept, you live with it, but you know it is only a passing form of the infinite one. So whether you are deep in samadhi or whether you are experiencing some passing emotion, it is the same. You are with the infinite Lord. You are with the Divine One. And when this attribution becomes truly established through right understanding and through expansion of love, then you begin to feel, Lord is with me at all times. Lord is taking the forms of plants and animals and people. Lord is in the pain that I experience as well as in the joy. When the body has pain, when the mind has pain, it is the presence of the infinite. So then some may say, well, if you practice Tantra and you are transmuting everything and you see that all is the form of the God, all is the form of Brahma, then what difference does it make if there is corruption or harm done or the spreading of great suffering in the world? For all is the form of Brahma. So why bother? So this has been a faulty understanding of the deep philosophical truths of yoga and of Tantra. So Tantra transmutes the crude into the subtle. It is a science of transmutation, just as the alchemical process of turning ordinary metal to gold. So the mental stuff in your mind is transmuted to the gold of infinite wisdom and love. But in this process of transmutation, you are transmuting the subtle, the mental qualities, the experience that you have, not to deny your ordinary daily experience, even your suffering, to bring it to heart, but also the physical, your physical pain, and the pain of this world. For as you grow, as mind grows in magnitude, you begin to see that you are not limited to this body, that you are in the hearts and minds of all living beings. And when you see animals being slaughtered willy-nilly with no care for them, when you see human beings being treated in this cruel and unkind way, they're being harmed and wars and power and oppression. As a sadhaka, as a sensitive human being, your heart goes out. You feel their pain in you. So as a sadhaka, your transmutation, your acceptance and transmutation is not only to accept your own shadow and your own pain and to transmute it, but to accept the pain of the world. You can't help but feel it. When you listen to the news and you hear the stories of the suffering of whole masses of people, you feel the pain, don't you? But rather than deny it, it is to accept, to have your eyes open that this is happening, and then to transmute it, first in your own mind, but then in actions in the world. Do what you can to alleviate the suffering of living beings. Whether it is a simple donation, whether it is a letter to your congressman, whether it is a phone call, whether it is putting your life on the line for the humanity. You do what you can to transmute the crude to the subtle, to transmute adharma into dharma. So, though you accept all the forms of this creation as the form of the One, you do not live in a fantasy that there is not suffering, that the cruel and harsh actions of some, due to their own internal pain, causes great pain to others, whether they be animals, plants, or human beings. You do not turn a blind eye to this. By holding not only your suffering, but accepting that suffering exists in the world and offering that to Parama Purusha, you begin to see the play in the mind of the great, the play of darkness and light, the dance of many colors, and you begin to feel the unconditional love that the Supreme has for all of his children, all of creation, all the living beings. And in that love, there is not complacency. Acceptance, acknowledgement does not mean complacency. You transmute, you fight, you transmute that which moves away to the light. You transmute your own sorrow, your own pain, your own hurt offering it to the Supreme, so that you see the Supreme governing your life, being the source of all that is, and you transmute the world and the pain of the world through ascribing it to the infinite and through taking direct action in the physical world as well. You take action in the spiritual realm, you take action in the mental realm, and you take action in the physical realm. And you become a tantrika, one who transmutes darkness into light, one who transmutes the shadow into love, not to deny the shadow, not to deny the darkness, not to deny, not to run away from, but to accept and to transmute, so that all beings may attain happiness. All beings may have their basic needs met. All beings may have opportunity to know the divine in all that is. And as love grows in magnitude, and you can love the shadow, love the anger, love the sorrow, love the grief, love the loss, as well as the bright and beautiful sides of life. When your love grows and you feel the divinity in all that is, then the mind attains freedom in transmuting in the physical, mental, and spiritual spheres, the crude to the subtle. You become one with the infinite Lord of all that is, with the one sublime consciousness, the one sublime intelligence that exists in all that is, through all time, in all places, in everything that is. This is the path of Tantra. You don't hide from the world, but you transmute what is, so that even in the darkest times, you live in a world of brightness and love. All right? Namaskar.